We're live.
Good afternoon. This is a bill hearing, or not, it's not a bill hearing. It's really not. It's a voting session. That's what we do. A voting session for the House Judiciary Committee. It's April 9th, 2022, a little before 3 o'clock. We have several concurrences that we're going to have to look at here very quickly. The first is on House Bill 824. This is regarding eviction data. The Senate amendments extends the effective date from October 1st, 22 to January 1st, 23, and strikes from the information that they have to collect census tract. Do I have that right, Delegate Williams? She's paying attention to somebody else. You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I got to unmute. Okay, yes, that is correct. We I'm fine with concurring with the Senate amendments.
All right.
Move to
Does anybody
concur.
There's a motion to concur. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion?
Could someone explain what this does real quick?
All right. Delegate Williams?
Sure. So basically, it just simply requires the judiciary every 30 days to provide detailed information about the evictions that are taking place within the judiciary system. I can't remember all the categories, but one of the Senate amendments is to delete the requirement for the judiciary to also post information by census tract. So that was one of the amendments done by the Senate. The other amendment done by the Senate was to extend the time frame in which the judiciary has to begin to do this. I believe I think it's January 1st. I think the original bill probably had October, but I think there might have been some concerns with MDAC coming online in all of the counties. And so I'm assuming that's probably why the Senate extended that time frame.
Thanks.
All right. All in favor of the motion to concur, please raise your hands on House Bill 824. Delegates Jones, Cardin, Grammer, Anderson, Shetty, McComas, Bartlett, Howell, Cox, Williams, Davis, Fisher, Cham, Arakan. All right. Motion to concur is adopted. We'll concur and we will do that here shortly. All right. Now we're going to go to House Bill 585 is we voted across the Senate version of this. This is Baltimore County's Orphans Court Pension Bill. They made the same amendments that we made in the House just now, so this so we're seeking to concur in the Senate's amendments to House Bill 585 to do that. Can I have a motion?
Move to concur.
Is there a
Second.
All right, motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor of the motion to concur. I believe that there are some of my Baltimore County people, I think Delegate Grammer voted against this. And I don't remember whether Delegate Arakan voted against it. I remember Delegate Cardin voted for it. Okay, she's for it. So we'll take the votes by hands. All in favor, raise your hands of the motion to concur. Delegates Cardin, Anderson, Moon, Shetty, Bartlett, McComas, Cham, Howell, Davis, Williams, Arakan, Cox, Crutchfield, Munoz, Rachel Jones. Anybody opposed? Delegate Grammer is opposed. Anyone else opposed? All right, the motion to concur is adopted. We'll send that to the floor. All right. We have a motion from the Senate the Senate is asking us to request the return of Senate Bill 33, which is the spousal defense bill, back to the Senate for further consideration. I have been in contact with the chair of judicial proceedings, who's indicated they want to change one of the members of the conference committee that was appointed to this, not two, but one. So out of courtesy, we're going to do that unless people have an objection to it, in which case I can hold on to it and then we can come back to it on Monday and see where we are. I see Delegate Bartlett first and then Delegate Cox. Delegate Bartlett.
Just a procedural question. When they have it, can they do anything else to it? other than change the conference committee?
I mean, conceivably, they could accept the House's amendments on it and then we're done. Conceivably, they could do that. They could also move to not recede from or they could ask us to recede from our amendments and just not do anything, not appoint another conference committee. They could do a number of different things.
Do they have the option? Well, I don't even know if I want to say it in case they're listening. I'll ask you later.
Look, we're at this point in session. I mean, I've told you the conversation that I had with the chair of judicial proceedings. If people want more information, I can wait a little bit, but then the other problem there is if they're just trying to switch somebody on and off, then we start running close to the end. So I think what makes sense is to give them the opportunity. And look, if at the end of the day that what they're doing is they're effectively seeking to kill the bill, it's also worth mentioning that I think the House bill is still out there. It's still, I mean, I still think that that it then just becomes clear that they're just seeking to kill the bill no matter what. So if they're seeking to kill the bill, they're going to kill the bill. So I whether we deal with this or not. So I would.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I guess I would support the motion to request to I guess
Move
support.
to return the bill.
Second.
Yes, that's fine. All in
Mr.
favor of the motion to return? I'm sorry, Delegate Cox, I didn't recognize you. Go ahead.
That's all right. I'm sorry. I can't do my little hand thingy on this
Yeah, I
remote.
got it.
So who was the individual they wish to remove?
My understanding is, I believe they were going to add Senator West and switch for, I don't know who. That's the part of it. I think that they were going to add Senator West, but that's up to them. I can't
Okay.
go further than that.
So likely
Delegate
switch
McComas.
looking.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
thank
sorry,
you.
Delegate Cox, finish your thought.
So there's one Republican, so they probably were switching the Republican.
It may be. I don't know. Delegate McComas.
I was just going to ask who's on the original the conference committee in the Senate?
Delegate Shetty, do you remember? I don't remember. Delegate Crutchfield.
Yes, it is Senator Hedelman, Senator Lee, and Senator Skidmore currently.
So they're adding a Republican. It sounds like they're adding a Republican. Okay. The motion is seconded to return Senate Bill 33 back to JPR in the Senate. All in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. Delegates Grammer, Anderson, Moon, Cardin, McComas, Shetty, Bartlett, Davis, Cox, Eric, Crutchfield, Fisher, Williams, Munoz, Lopez, Jones, and Howell. Anybody opposed? Seeing nobody opposed, we will do that.
Chair, did you get me, Cham?
And Cham, yes,
I'm sorry, you said Senate Bill 33, because that.
correct. Yeah. All right, so now we have a couple bills that were still lingering that are ready that we're going to knock out. Senate Bill 881 is a task force from Senator Waldstreicher to study the practice known as swatting. That is what it does. It is a 2-year task force. There is not an amendment because it is a 2-year task force.
Move the bill.
There's a motion on the bill. Is there a second?
Second, and I
All
hope
right.
they'll send back our swatting House bill in the same form.
We've asked, and we're at least going to get this ball in the air, and then we'll figure things out. So we're on Senate Bill 881. Is there further discussion? Delegate Davis.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. So are we thinking that this is going to take the place of our swatting bill?
I mean, at this point, I don't know what JPR is doing on the swatting bill, but I don't think that they're inclined to move it. I'm just being frank. I don't think they're inclined to move it. I think it's important that we do something in this area. I have not yet talked to Delegate Hill because she had asked for that. And I have been in contact with JPR. So at this point, I think we need to do something in this area. If it is a task force, then okay, but I think that we do have a bill over there that actually addresses this issue a little bit, but I think at this point, I just want to get another ball in the air just in case.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, for what it's worth, I did ask Delegate Hill about this scenario, and she did indicate that if they were in fact not going to move her bill as is, to go ahead and conform hers to this and send
Okay.
it back. So I hope they'll do that.
All right. Are there further questions? Seeing none, Vice Chair
Yes.
Shoemaker is excused. Anderson,
Yes.
Erican,
Yes.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Carden,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Crutchfield,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Juanita Fisher,
Yes.
Grammer,
Yes.
Howell,
Yes.
Rachel Jones,
Yes.
Lopez,
Yes.
McComas,
Yes.
Munoz,
Yes.
Shetty,
Yes.
Cham,
Yes.
Coles,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
19. All right, we have another task force from Senator Carter. This is 777. It is also, is this two? This is a 2-year, I think, as well. Claire? This is
Yes.
2 years?
Yes.
Okay, it's a 2-year task force as well. All right, so there's a motion for a favorable. Is there a second?
Second.
In a second. All right, any discussion? Seeing none, the Vice Chair,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Erican,
No.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Carden,
Yes.
Cox,
No.
Crutchfield,
Yes.
Davis. Davis? She's trying.
Yes.
Okay, Juanita Fisher,
Yes.
Grammer.
No.
Howell,
Yes.
Rachel Jones,
Yes.
Lopez,
Yes.
McComas,
No.
Munoz,
No.
Shetty,
Yes.
Cham,
No.
Tolles,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
13. Motion passes. Senator McCray, Senate Bill 13. Senate Bill 13 has to do with the Vehicle Threat Prevention Fund and how they allocate grants to the Vehicle Threat Prevention Fund. It basically considers allocating, it says, to the extent practicable, the council shall consider allocating grants made under the subtitle among the subdivisions of the state on a pro rata basis determined by the total number of vehicles stolen in each subdivision divided by the total number of vehicles stolen in the state. So it's a shall consider as opposed to a shall.
So favorable.
It's a motion for a favorable. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion on Senate Bill 13?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Sorry, I'm weird with my.
Delegate Fisher?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'm so sorry. Can you explain what this bill is trying to address again? I don't get it.
It gives, there is a fund that goes to the Vehicle Theft Prevention Council, and it allocates grants from the Vehicle Theft Prevention Fund. And what the bill says is that to the extent practicable, the council shall consider allocating grants under the subtitle based basically on the proportion of cars that are stolen in that particular subdivision compared to the rest of the state.
Prince George's County would get more money under this grant bill.
You may get considered to have more grant money.
Shall consider.
Oh, sorry,
Doesn't
we
say
shall be
shall.
considered for more money.
I mean, that's my main intention. So I was just trying to make sure I knew what was happening with that. But thank you, Mr. Chair, for that clarification.
Delegate Carden?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I don't think there's any harm but this is a complete waste of everybody's time. I mean, this bill does absolutely nothing.
Move the
Why
previous
can't,
question.
He's still talking. Hold on.
It does
No,
one
that's
other, hold on one second. We're gonna let Delegate Cardin finish. I'll say it does one other thing. It looks at the total number of vehicles stolen, doesn't look at the total number of registered vehicles stolen, just looks at the total number of stolen vehicles. So it does change the universe, I guess, a little bit, where it's no longer registered cars, it's all stolen cars, whether they were registered or not, which
I don't know what cars are not
registered. It
registered.
does beg the question of how you know that they're stolen, but okay. Delegate
And-
Cardin, why don't you finish your thought?
No, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that infuriates me, that I feel like I understand maybe what the original intent was, but once the language is changed to shall consider, it seems like this is just I mean, I don't know if is it a feel good bill? I don't understand, you know, these senators are getting plenty of bills out. I just don't understand.
The bill's before us. You can at the point now, do what you would like. Delegate Cardin. I'm sorry, Delegate. Yeah, you just talked. Delegate Grammer. Sorry, another delegate from Baltimore County.
Just on Delegate Cardin's comments. I mean, the language as amended is a little bit wonky because it no longer tells how the funds are allocated. It just says, it shall consider. So if you read this language as amended, I'm not sure that it strikes shall allocate. So there is no like fundamental language showing them, if they consider allocating and they end up not doing that, well, then what do they do? Because it doesn't inform them otherwise. So it is a little bit wonky the way that it's amended.
Looking for the fiscal note.
Because
At the
previously
total-
it was allocated based on registration, and it removes all like it removes the direction of how they will allocate, and it only leaves this shall consider. Well, if they consider that and they don't do it that way, it doesn't direct them otherwise to do with the funds. So it is a little wonky.
So it's for what
I'm
it's
not
worth.
opposed
This is,
to the bill. I'm just saying it's a
no,
little.
I got it. There's $2 million in this grant fund, by the way. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the argument that he would make is that it helps jurisdictions that have more vehicle thefts. I see Delegate Grammer's point as to, it having been based on registered vehicles before, it might change the denominator a little bit. All right. There's a motion for a favorable and a second. We'll take a roll call. The vice chair,
Yes.
Delegate Shoemaker. Is that excused? Sorry, Delegate Anderson.
Yeah, this is my first vote for a wonky bill, but yes.
Delegate Hurricane.
I'm a no on a wonky bill.
All right. Delegate Bartlett,
Yes.
Cardin,
No.
Conaway is excused. Cox,
No.
Uh-oh.
Crutchfield,
Yes.
Davis,
No.
Juanita Fisher,
Yes, only because of the sponsor.
Grammer,
I'm going to be a no with Cardin.
Howell,
Yes.
Rachel Jones,
Yes.
Lopez,
Yes.
McComas,
No.
Munoz,
No.
Shetty,
Yes.
Cham,
No.
Tolles,
Mr. Chair, can I explain my vote?
yes.
30 seconds, I promise. I'm going to have to vote no, and looking at the formula when the bill was heard, and even to your point now, it changes the formula. And I think that will be less money for the county that sent me here. So I'm going to have to vote no for Prince George's County to ensure that we continue to get the funding that we were getting in the past. Thank you.
Williams.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Chair. I'm gonna vote yes. I understand the concerns about it being wonky. The way the bill was originally written, I thought it actually would result in more money for Prince George's County. But I'm hoping that the administration will actually consider doing the grant funding, since we're changing that language to shall consider, and hopefully they will consider it and the funding will be dispersed. Thank you.
Okay,
We get 500 now. It's going to go. They get 100,000 in Prince in Baltimore City.
for
Sorry.
procedural
Sorry.
reasons, I'm sorry, Delegate Tolles, you're not recognized.
You're right. I'm out of order. You're right. I apologize, Mr. Chair.
Yes. All right, for procedural reasons, the chair is going to vote no. The motion fails for lack of 12 votes. Okay,
What was the final count on that?
10-10.
Okay.
Do we
All
want
right.
to, do we want to amend it and look at it, or?
Maybe people should have house cross files. It'll help.
So,
The bill's done. It's over. Sayonara.
all right. I think right now what I'm going to do is it's 3:15, so we have to get to the floor. I think we're going to stop right there. And we will come back, I think on Monday morning. It's going to depend. I would suspect we'd come in an hour prior to Monday morning. And we'll go with that. All right. So with that, that concludes the voting session for the House Judiciary Committee. And we will see you I think on Monday, possibility for having a vote